it's just, yeah, it's actually quite pitiful, and it's not because disabled people don't make great music, but everything from touring to being able to access buildings to go and meet with labels and whatever. I mean, it's just
most nightclubs themselves these days, if you just want to go out, aren't even accessible themselves.
Yeah.
What I thought was absolutely fantastic. Just people going to a rave and you can't hear it, but you can feel the floor vibrate. Amazing. What a cool initiative.
That is the sort of thing that we need. We need to have accessibility in all its forms for people that want to be able to engage with live music and clubbing. And we're not there yet. And there's a lot of training that needs to happen in some venues as well to understand how to deal with people that are already disadvantaged, just in how they can approach engaging with music, and not make it harder for them.
And it's even the small adjustments as well. I was watching your SIP talk, or SIP or SIP talk, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about if you book a female artist, help her get home so she's safe.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that just seems so obvious. So just little things like that, I think, can make such a big difference.
Well, I think, pushing for things like that, making sure that women will be safe, making sure that LGBTQ people will be safe, because we still do live in an environment where unfortunately that isn't a given. At the end of the day, if 2 or 3 women a week get killed by a man in this country, which is nuts, then don't book somebody to DJ at 4 o'clock in the morning in a city that they don't live in, and then not make sure that they've got travel and accommodation covered.
Crazy, right?
Or safety. And
it just seems like common sense as well.
It is common sense. And then, if you dig into intersectionality as well, what unfortunately we often still find is that people will be paid less or offered less if they're female, or if they're female and a person of colour. So redressing that balance, and making sure that actually, if anything, overcompensating for the fact that often people will be offered less. Making sure that actually it's a level playing field in that regard, and understanding that, quite rightly, people will ask to be paid because they're probably earning less generally than their male counterparts.